Jazz. Of a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend the home court here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. You look at Sacramento. They've got to be hoping that the road will be a little kinder to them than their winless homestand they just concluded.
And over the course of the season, they'll see these guys 4 times, and they've already dropped the first game. So this is a get-back game. I think confidence-wise, they need to get the win here.
Yeah, it would be a big boost to morale. After dropping the first game the way they did, they'll need to correct a few mistakes if they want to even this series up. Boy, what a surprise the Utah Jazz were in the West last season. When you think about some of the injuries and key personnel losses, to me, they overachieved. Yes, they were ousted by the Rockets in the conference semifinals, but the reality is that was a big-time achievement just getting there.
Utah with the ball. Sacramento able to drain the 3. To the inside. Whiteside. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Whiteside's got his second bucket tonight. A steal. Iguodala, right side. Pass to Trier. It doesn't go for him. And the Kings going the other way now.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernangomez. That's his first foul. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Trier. He's covered by Westbrook. Terrific swat.
Improving on the defensive end as well. Domantas Sabonis getting tenacious there with the block shot.
From past the arc. Utah with the rebound. Deflects the pass to the middle. Here's Mirotic. And finished off by Mirotic.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
And Utah turns it over again. Here's Sacramento now. They trail by 1. Outside Mirotic. Outside Westbrook. In the corner, it's Sabonis. And now Utah, fast break.
Iguodala, such a great defender, uses that wingspan to rip the basketball away from the opponent. Nice.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That way. And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body.
Here's Westbrook. Hassan Whiteside made his last pass. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Hassan Whiteside. The Kings shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
17-foot shot on the way. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
This guy is an incredible dunker in space. The deep. Oh,
wow.
That's crazy.
That's a beautiful jam.
Wow, Iguodala, an incredible dunk. Woo, did he leave the ground quickly.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And finished off by Westbrook.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
Here's Whiteside. And slammed in by Whiteside.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
The other bench deflated because that was a rough sequence for the defense. They hated to give up those points, but did nothing to stop it.
Here is Whiteside. Sacramento making their last shot. To the paint. .127 left to play here in the first.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Whiteside's got 12 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Here's Westbrook. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Oh, Fareed in position. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Utah leading by 8. Here's Murray. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
3-second difference between shot clock and game.
Well, Kevin, how about the Harvard grad, Jeremy Lin? How far has this guy come from nearly out of the NBA at one point to viable NBA starter? Incredible.
Both free throws good from Lin.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Davis. To the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their...
And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Well, the assist total is skyrocketing at this point, actively looking to set up their teammates. I'll tell you, I love the way they're playing.
The Kings trail by 10. Outside, Lynn. Pass to Burks. Now Lynn. Olynyk high post. Moves back up. Back to Lynn. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I know Jeremy Lin has got a thin frame, Kevin, but don't let that fool you. This guy can play through contact.
The Kings look good at the line today. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Here's Lynn. Puts up a 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man uncanny.
You talked about what it takes to be a great head coach, Doris. Qualities that you think are paramount to the success, for instance, of an assistant coach.
Maybe the most important attribute to an assistant coach would be coaching with your heart and soul like it's your job on the line every night, not just the head coach's job. Right? If you pour your heart and soul into something and make that head coach's job easier, then you've functioned appropriately. And the other thing it's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to accelerate your growth. You're constantly thinking, what would I do in this situation? That helps you in the long term.
Love that respect. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Lynn. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, I think one of the things that strikes you about Quinn Snyder is whatever is at his disposal in terms of players, he makes great use of it. He loses Gordon Hayward, dealt with a ton of injuries, and yet the Jazz are always competitive.
Here's Arcidiacono. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a large part of why the Jazz stay competitive is Snyder's creativity.
Right, he calls his system advantage basketball. They're trying to make the most of screens and cuts to give a player an advantage on the catch. I'll tell you, that turns good players into very good players. Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most. Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Arcidiacono. And he uses the glass on the layup. Arcidiacono's got 6.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up this man and drains it despite having the size on him.
Utah's shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Davis down low. Another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The speed on the break from Powell right now, just booking down the court and getting to the basket.
Here's Arcidiacono. He's got 6. Fareed outside. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face, and I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
On the wing, Lee shoots over Burks. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now a 9-point Utah lead.
Let's remember, Courtney Lee has been in the league a long time, actually played in an NBA Finals. This guy has been able to score and defend regardless of where he's been.
Pass to Arcidiacono. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Misses at the rim.
And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
Absolutely. You have to execute. No reason why they can't get a couple of chances at scores. Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
Utah leading by 9. Here's Powell. Outside for Davis. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. They can look forward to the Oracle Arena after this game to match up against Golden State. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. One-on-one here. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. Batum inside the three-point line. And no good on the last second. And so it's the Utah Jazz ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. To the left side wing. Sabonis. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Sabonis has got the first points of the second half up on the board for Sacramento. Pass to Whiteside. And slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Here's Iguodala. Second shot opportunity. Sabonis grabs the board.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job. Well, the defense paying no attention at all to him, and all he can do is throw up a brick. Ouch. Boy, the D just not quite close enough to prevent that three. I mean, you can't give him that kind of space.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And finished off by Westbrook.
Very hard to match the speed of Russell Westbrook. He's got change of speed and blow-by ability.
Here's Whiteside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the, the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Shakes him. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Sabonis. Drills the elbow jumper. Sabonis has got 6.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
They get it back. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
Is so very quick to convert off the miss, and usually with authority.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league. And he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, D.A. The Jazz shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot? And only about 60% from the line for the game. They shot it better in that first half, but have fallen apart here in the second half.
Here's Lynn. Makes it off the glass. 10 points for him.
Well, Jeremy Lin finds a way to get to the inside of that paint, and difficult for the defense to do anything in there.
The Kings trail by 13. Here's Booker. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Davis. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Fareed. Inside. Back to Lin. .144 left to play here in the third. Here's Fareed. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. There's Lee with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Lee's got 6.
Well, this is the classic 3-and-D guy, right? Lee just taking care of his role.
Outside, Lin. Pass to Olynyk. Davis with the double team. Just 5 to shoot. Lin, that's a 2-pointer. Sacramento with a fresh shot clock. Second chance shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, last year, pretty much a lost year for Lin. Tore his patella tendon on opening night, and Doris, that was it.
Yeah, that was hard to watch for Jeremy Lin because you know he's put in the time and was penciled in for a big role with Brooklyn. So nice to see him step back between the lines and continue playing.
And the Kings making a change here.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option. Just lackluster transition D, that is just too easy.
Oh, come on, you got to put up at least a little bit of a fight, right? He simply ran down the court and goes right to the cup.
Banked in off the glass. Lynn's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, Jeremy Lin, great at keeping his balance. He doesn't allow the defense to throw him off his game.
Down low. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. To the inside. Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Jazz lead by 15. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Back to Murray. Here's Whiteside. Nice move. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Ooh, and I hope he didn't hurt his neck because that was one nasty head fake.
Yeah, the defender bought it all the way, didn't he? Pass to Anunoby. Here's Arcidiacono. Lets it fly from 18. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
The defense getting a little lazy there. You can't give him those shots. He'll make you pay every time.
Whiteside, high post. Here's Iguodala. Craig Monroe with the rebound. The Kings trail by 15. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Arcidiacono. He's looking for Monroe and finds it. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Releases. That one off the back iron and out.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
To the paint. It's deflected. Iguodala with the steal. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Right side, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end. Well, he works to find the open space behind the arc, and it pays off with the 3. Nice.
To the middle. Siakam, good.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Out to the right wing. A shot by Sabonis. Nobody around. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Trier. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Whiteside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That free throw missing. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, Would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
And he sinks the second.
Well, the veteran leadership, the unselfish attitude, and the versatility of Andre Iguodala, to me, this guy is excellent at whatever is asked of him.
And Murray, here we go. Rejected by Monroe. And he gets it back. Offensive rebound to the middle. Whiteside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Whiteside's got 12 points in just the second half.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And that one falls for Lynn. Sacramento making a switch here. Both free throws good from Lynn. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Tipped away. Out to the wing. Murray outside. 4 on the clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his 4th foul of the contest. 1:30 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And good that time. The Kings trail by 13. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. We've got 1:18 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Lynn. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. And he can't get the first one.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Jazz.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Hassan Whiteside.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
To the right side. Here's Trier. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, it's not looking good at this point.
You know, it just doesn't seem like they have enough time to get back into this one, and it has to be disappointing. Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Pass to Whiteside. For the 3. It counts.
Up by double digits. Little time remaining. Way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage.